Y'all, happy 4th of July. Bam! Hit y'all real hard. I hope you got your fireworks out there. If you was in a state that you can do some fireworks in, and even if you in a state that you can't do fireworks in, hope you got your fireworks. Cause y'all know we don't be, you know what I'm saying? We don't be following rules and regulations out here in this street. What city? If your city or if your state or your city does not permit you, do not allow you, and you grown, you waiting on somebody to allow you to shoot fireworks. Damn it, let me know if you was in a state that does not prohibit you as an adult because they think that you is careless from shooting fireworks out here. Now it used to be, I think, South Carolina and North Carolina. I think it used to be Georgia to where you couldn't buy fireworks. I think back when I was a child, you couldn't buy fireworks in Georgia or something, and you can go to like the fireworks show, but you couldn't buy personal fireworks. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me because I ain't from the A. I used to just visit like up in Noonan and Savannah a lot. You know what I'm saying? Savannah, Noonan. I was up there in Morrow, Jonesboro. Jonesboro. I was up in that north area. I used to be up there in Lawrenceville, Decatur. I used to be up in that area. He said there's fireworks stores in Georgia and Florida. Yeah. We sell some shit. We sell some, and you can shoot some around here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't the problem. It's not the problem. But there's a few states that does not allow y'all. He said my neighbor's been letting them off tonight. Pastor, that's what's up. He said Virginia, the DMV, the stepchild. Hold on. Dog it. Virginia, the DMV, stepchild for fireworks, none for them. That's what's up. Bam. Listen. Typically, the 4th of July and New Year's is when we bust the guns off and shit. I had to stop doing that. Well, I've never done that. I used to see people doing that type of stuff, and you should not shoot your guns up in the air. It's not a good thing because what goes up must come down, and it may kill somebody. I have never, no, hell no. I would never do that because I follow rules and regulations. I follow the laws of the land. Y'all, we had 45 with a thumbs up on Friday, on the day off. Listen, y'all sitting around with your family and stuff. Y'all should be watching the Willie Williams show. I'm pretty sure that you're watching the Willie Williams show. And if you got me on the big, if you don't got me on the big screen, put me up on the big screen and tell everybody come on around here, sit on around here and watch this little show that we finna have going on tonight. I need your likes. I need your shares. I need your likes and your shares. You say Willie name all suburbs, Georgia. Bam. Yeah. For real. Tennessee is up in the building. What it do? Alabama is in the house. Louisiana is up in here for the Friday, the STD Friday. What is called? The 4th of July. We round here on the holiday. It made me want to play some Michael Sterling tonight. Got to be more careful. Hold on. But if I play it now, then they're going to tell me how to go ahead and take it out. So I'm not going to do it now. I should have did that at the beginning. I should have been thinking ahead of time. I should have been acting like a leader right here in these streets. Said the 302, Delaware, back for the night service, STDs. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all go ahead on and spread a little something. Don't be afraid. Stop following the people more. Do exactly what you want to do. Hey, it's a holiday too, and you had the day off, and you done got paid for it. And if you went to work, you got time and a half and holiday pay. If y'all don't go out here and get y'all hunch on, go ahead on and get your hunch on. Ski, God, get it in. You say, well, I'm finna be in St. Petersburg next weekend visiting my friends for her birthday. As long as you have a good time and you know how to, I know you know how to watch 236009 all the time. Duck and dodge, pay attention to behavior, and get from around there if they go on and start tripping out here in these streets. Say, not Michael Sterling. Ooh, take overtime back with, oh, man. That's what I'm talking about. Bam. I sure enough appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being around here. We got 57 with the thumbs up. What I said that I was gonna show y'all a little something that because it's kind of lengthy. But I think I'm gonna show it a little bit later on tonight. I think we're gonna, because it's about that dope. Dope out here in these streets. Oh, everybody just Start clapping. Like we not only need to be celebrating the 4th of July. We also need to be celebrating the passing of the big, beautiful bill. Bill, listen, look here. Hey, boy, hey, they trying to scare y'all out here, too. They trying to scare y'all out here, too. Congress done passed that. Yeah. Congress done passed that. We finna cut some shit. Congress done passed that. It might be time for y'all to get jobs and stop having all these goddamn churn. They got y'all finna be spending your SNAP benefits wisely. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they trying to scare y'all. They trying to scare y'all because if you look on the internet, because of the big blue bill that has passed, they is focusing on what they say is supposed to hurt you the most, which is Medicaid and Snappy Snap. Yeah. Trying to scare you good Americans out here in these streets. As if they is going to backtrack and or renege on the bill that was just signed. They trying to make y'all scared and shit like that right there, so we can be like, change it back, don't make the cuss. As if we gonna do that, we ain't doing that. Listen, let me explain something to you good people. Don't let these people around here scare y'all. Don't let these people scare y'all. One thing, and this is one thing that I like about people who is logical and people who is leaders, and people who don't have time for all that crying. People who don't have time for all that doggone crying. Now listen, typically, men make good leaders. Let me explain why. Typically, men make better leaders. Let me explain why. Because we grow up without getting help. We grow up from churn without getting help. We grow up to be like, tough it up, be a man, handle your business, don't nobody care nothing about you any goddamn way, you ain't got time to cry. So typically we make better leaders. Because typically we make better decisions. Because typically don't nobody give a damn what a man is going through, and we know that. So we don't have time to be on the emotional roller coaster when laws pass or when some things get taken away or added on in. See, men typically, what we typically do is you give us a problem. Our main goal is to find a solution. We ain't got time to be dwelling, man, they finna cut my stand, Okay, we will acknowledge this here finna be cut. And then we got to go ahead on and quickly respond with, so what we gonna do? Women typically think a whole lot different. Women y'all gonna cry today, tomorrow, next week, next month. Y'all will continue to cry without even taking a moment. And I'm not talking about all you people. I'm talking about the people who is not watching my show right now. Women is typically gonna wait for somebody else to come up with an answer. But they will, in the meantime, continue to stress over something. Instead of, okay, you stress the first time when you just had them find out the situations. You stress right then. All right, bam, damn, they just hit me with this right here. Damn. Like, damn, my car just ran out of gas and my phone dead and I ain't got no charger and I'm on the highway and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You can cry that your shit done broke down. You can cry about it. You can wish on a star. You can do all that by sitting there and hoping and waiting for somebody to come on around there and save you. See, but a man in that situation, damn, boy, what exit we at? Got to be more careful. Why I got 6 miles to walk? It's just immediate. We said, damn, my phone dead too? Damn. Exit 54. Shit, the next exit. Oh my God, the next exit is 60? Damn, let me go on. I know good as hell well I shouldn't have wore these slides. I done came outside with slides on. And then you make a move to go ahead on a fixed issue out here. Shout out to Calvin for the $5 cash out. Say for the OT. Pastor, happy fourth, everybody. Get it in. Y'all go ahead on and get on in. Don't be afraid. Have a good time. Have a good time. Now, ladies, I'm not saying this here like to make you feel bad. It's just what I have watched you all do for a very, very long time when situations come up. When situations come up, y'all. A lot of times you all do come up with a solution, but it takes a while. Like I'll get to crying and shit. Y'all go through all that shit. You got to talk to every goddamn body, tell everybody what the problem is. And then maybe later on the next week, then you be like, okay, well, I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, You say a man is supposed to lead according to the Bible. Facts. That's why if you players is out here and you all is not solution oriented, you need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody. You need to take a YouTube course or something like that right there. Because we're not supposed to be crybabies. Girls supposed to be crybabies because they're girls. Say lead straight to the bedroom. Trying to tell you it's right there to the right. Right there to the right, baby. Right there. Got to be more careful. Y'all ain't going on and let me show y'all how they trying to scare y'all. Then we got 78 likes, but man, it's a holiday. It's a holiday. Man, let's go ahead on and get on into it. Go ahead on and get on into it real quick. Y'all got you about to lose your little stamps and shit. Hey, but I've been telling y'all. It's hard-headed. They ain't gonna never stop giving us stamps. They ain't gonna take no Medicaid away from nobody when people out here need Medicaid and stuff and they disabled and disabilities and stuff. You right. Now listen, I ain't saying that they finna take SNAP away. That's not what this is about. We're gonna always feed the less fortunate. We're gonna always supply, we're always gonna pay healthcare costs for the unfortunate. I was gonna do that. It's just we're gonna cut back. It's kind of like how you need to do with your own finances, cut back. People get real upset. People get real upset, especially when the Republicans come on in and they be talking about cutting stuff. Because we have this thing called wasteful spending. Now I know our arguments here. Well, damn it, they spend money on wars and they spend money and give money to other countries and all that fly stuff right there. You right. You're right. And I don't think that a lot of money that we give to other people, it needs to be given. Now, I do understand when we giving money to other people, quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. I'm gonna give you this right here. Now you gotta do a little something for me now. I understand that right there. You know what I'm saying? But just to give me something, no. We gotta cut that there out. We really do. Billions, no. We don't need to be spending billions on a lot of stuff. Remember, y'all, we was paying so much. I be saying we. The government was paying so much to dead people and people really old, like 100 and something years old, all the way up to 300 and something years old. Yes, shout out to Dodge them. Shout out to Dodge. Wasteful spending. You people who have, what is the thing called? Student loans. I saw a video to where he say, all right, you all want some relief and stuff like that right now? You have to. This bill states that you would have had to. You would have had to. I think I got it right. You would have had to been paying your student loan for 30 years. We need for you to been paying for 30 years so they had already got their little interest. You know what I'm saying? After 30 years, then you can apply. I saw that and I instantly laughed. I was like, no, hell no, that's what's up. If you want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all still out here taking these high-end loans and y'all can make what y'all make at Amazon. But anyway, food banks. Get it together. How many people we got? 83. 83 with the thumbs up. 83 with the thumbs up. You say rich people are running to the bank happy as heck. As they should. Listen. Tax cuts for the rich. You know what'd be crazy though? People who is not rich will be bothered by when they be saying like tax cuts for the rich. A lot of people really don't know what rich people be paying. A lot of people do. Lil Boosie tried to tell y'all like a long time ago. When you make $1 million, you don't make $1 million, you make 600,000. Bitch, the government take 400. I want y'all to understand that right now. This is why they say that you're not a millionaire until your second million. When you make $1 million, 400 goes to the pimp. I just want y'all, and we got a problem with pimps and hoes. And we got a problem with pimps. The government is the biggest pimp. 400. So that money ain't sharing. And hell, you ain't even paid your 10% to God. Wait a minute. 10. And I think that is 10% of $1 million and not 10% of the 600,000. What is 10% of the million? 10% of the million is 100,000. It's 100,000. So God need 100. The government need 400. Before you spend anything, you done lost 500,000. But they ain't no fair that they get tax breaks. They get 400 million. 400,000. I'm just saying, but listen. But this is why I be trying to tell people. You better off trying to get rich then if we gonna be mad about the tax cuts and stuff. So then we can start being happy about the tax cuts for the rich if we get rich. You know what I'm saying? The 281 Houston is up in the building. What it do? Look here. Snap cuts looming. Now I'm finna point out how they are trying to even make y'all mad with Trump. Even make y'all mad about the big blue bill. Or the big beautiful bill. Here we go.
To a close as President Trump's mega bill inches closer to becoming law.
We're going to have to work even harder to be able to serve more people, which we are pretty sure is going to happen.
Food pantries are reeling as the mega bill passes through the House. Our Marcia Augustin shares their fears on how it could impact the people that rely on them every day.
St. Peter's Kitchen tells me they're already stretched thin, and the president's mega bill could lead to more people going hungry.
We know food insecurity has been on the rise, and we know a reduction in SNAP benefits will cause an increase in demand.
Bob Boyd is the chief executive officer of St. Peter's Kitchen. As it stands now, they serve 300 to 400 meals a week. This year, they're seeing nearly a quarter more people coming through their doors than last year. Families served by their pantry program nearly doubled. Now, with the mega bill closer to passing and plans to reduce food assistance by $295 billion over the next decade, Boyd is concerned this will hurt the nearly 3 million people in the state that rely on food stamps.
We're going to be faced with, well, do we buy food? If we got to buy food, then I got to raise more money.
I like what you just had them said. Say more lighter hue will suffer than anybody else. That's a fact. I know darker hue people, a lot of time we be believing that we is the most on stamps and all that shit right there. Well, technically we are, but we kind of sort of ain't. By percent, because our percentage is so low, it's more of us that is on stamps. But by sheer numbers, it's our lighter hue brothers and sisters who is mostly on stamps and assistance and shit like that right there. So it's really more us, but really it's more of them. That shit was confusing. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
To buy the food, do I change the quantity of food that we give?
You got to cut back. Got to cut back on portions.
It becomes an equation that I don't know. It's just uncertainty.
Do y'all know what needs to happen? People need to stop throwing away food. Do y'all know how much food wastes, especially you people who get stamps? Go ahead.
And this adds to the challenges they are already experiencing after federal funding cuts of $1 billion to food banks. Advocates of this mega bill say they are looking to have a more secure type of card, more efficiency, and to take away all the waste that they're seeing.
To take away all the waste, and that's a good thing because a lot of waste is going on. Not only not only is they wasting, but we as the consumers is wasting in our own household. Look how much food that you and your children throw in the garbage. Just pay attention. Look how much food that y'all actually throw in the garbage every week.
Okay. Now, yes, is there opportunities to reduce waste and fraud? Yes. There's so many areas. Some of it is in the process of how things are done.
Okay.
But the relationship between the amount of fraud and the broad cuts that are being proposed, they don't correlate.
Okay.
Rachel Sabella, director of No Kid Hungry New York.
No Kid Hungry New York. We have a No Kid Hungry program. And as soon as I saw this, I thought to myself, you're right, kids should not go hungry. I'm in agreement. Kids should not go hungry. But if y'all got to set up a No Kid Hungry thing, why all these parents got their kids? Y'all feeding all of these, listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. We have food banks, we have organizations who are feeding children. If you cannot feed children, you is neglecting your children. I just want y'all to understand. We have all of these services and all of these places to where you can go and feed your family. And people will continue to have children. Because I just want to point out, the mothers will keep their they will continue to have custody of their damn children. Watch this. They be down there at the food banks and at the food pantries and shit while they have their baby dad on child support. I want y'all to understand this right here too. She probably don't even work because she got multiple kids. But her baby daddy is on child support. Her baby daddies is on child support. Maybe one or two of them, they got their shit together. The courts just won't give them the baby. So that's more spending from us. I don't think we really do be thinking it through. That's more on us. Now, what was that too? I've been looking for that goddamn tool, and this is why I'm watching the video. That's more money for the taxpayers that we spend taking care of children that we really shouldn't, for one, but we don't have to take care of. Why don't the majority, I'm not going to say all, why don't the majority of men on child support have custody of their children? Let me say that differently. Because I just thought it through. Why don't at least half of the men on child support have custody of their children if their mothers is getting assistance for the child? We need to stop giving assistance. We need to stop taking care of children who is with their parents.
Is expecting serious impacts.
These benefits are already not sufficient enough per person. So they're going to have that cut. We know with rising prices in the grocery store, it's going to make it even harder for people to purchase food.
Now, they keep saying this. It's going to make it harder for people to purchase food. And it is, because the prices is going up. But here's what needs to happen. Shit need to be cut out. Remember they said earlier, wasteful spending? We got to stop wasteful spending at the grocery store. That's it.
Sabella says the economic impact will also hurt businesses.
Yes, it will.
What happens to the bottom line in those businesses when people don't have the same money to spend?
Everybody going to have to cut back. The consumer cut back. The businesses cut back. Everybody just got to goddamn cut back. Because a lot of businesses, in case y'all don't know it, they do depend on people getting government assistance. You say, baby, we hungry. Listen, everybody ain't going to make it. Everybody shouldn't make it. Maybe some people need to start starving. Maybe. I don't know.
Businesses, when people don't have the same money to spend.
We never had the same money. Hell, watch it. She's talking about people with benefits not having the same money to spend. There's working people out here who can't get benefits. They pay fluctuates. prices going up. They get no benefits. Hell, they don't have the same money to spend, but ain't nobody arguing about that. Ain't nobody arguing about that right there. What do people who do not get assistance, who work their ass off to take care of them and their family, do when prices go up? When the costs get higher. The only thing we do is just cut back on what we doing. Wherever we can cut back, we're going to cut back and keep it moving.
That's going to impact their bottom line. Some stores will close.
Some incentives.
Then they need to close then. I know. Willie, you just talking fly shit. Then they need to close then. If they can't sustain, then they need to close. That's how business work. If you can't make profit, then you gonna close. If you own the business and your sales is not up, you ain't gonna go out of business. Same thing with these companies. So
have already been phased out as policy changes and tax cuts begin to take effect. Changes to the SNAP program are slated to begin in 2028 or possibly sooner.
Stop that. You say the courts allows the child living with the mother to be on public aid and Medicaid. The father still has to pay child support and carry the child on his work insurance. If I'm not mistaken, that's a fact. Unless she has a job and she has the child on the insurance. And for the most part, for the majority of the time, she don't be having a job with insurance. So you're absolutely correct. The man has to have a child on his insurance while paying child support. While the other taxpayers, us, we paying for the public aid and the Medicaid. When all they have to do in that scenario, why don't you give the child to the father? He's carrying the medical and he's paying child support. Why not give the child to the father? See, because while the child is with the mother, she's not paying for medical and getting assistance. So she's not even paying for the well-being for the child's shelter. Okay, she's paying poquito, a little bit for it. That's what's up. Shout out to the mayor of Detroit for the $5 cash app. Say no more zooms and whams will save millions. Trying to tell you something. That's what's gonna happen.
In Rochester at St. Peter's Kitchen.
Oh yeah. Watch this. This is what I was trying to say about they trying to scare y'all real early. Watch it.
That's going to impact their bottom line. Some stores will close.
Some incentives have already been phased out as policy changes and tax cuts begin to take effect. Changes to the SNAP program are slated to begin in 2028.
What when you just said, baby? Cuts to SNAP begins in 2028. They talking about it today. And when I tell y'all, like every mainstream media has a video today about SNAP. It's not supposed to take effect until 2028. 3 years from now, bitch. And they is going heavy talking about SNAP. The good thing is that they is talking about SNAP. The problem is we've been talking about SNAP. We've been talking about SNAP. Remember we talked about SNAP when Trump became the president the first time. We were talking about SNAP. People, I guess they didn't make their adjustments then.
Or possibly sooner. In Rochester at St. Peter's Kitchen, Marsha Augusta, News 10, NBC.
Just today, a local health insurance company donated $10,000 to St. Peter's Kitchen. Boyd is thankful for the help of his supporters and says it comes at a time of critical need. The House passed the multi-trillion-dollar tax and spending package on a mostly party-line vote. The package extends President Trump's 2017 tax cuts, boosts military and immigration spending, and partially pays for all that with steep cuts to Medicaid, clean energy funding, and, like Marsha said, food aid benefits. Here's what House Speaker Mike Johnson had to say about it today.
Look, I think a lot of the estimations about what this legislation would do in a negative
She got a snap wig on and is dry
manner to communities in my state or any other are far overblown. It's about to happen on steroids. And we can't wait for that to happen. This is jet fuel for the economy, and all boats are going to rise.
Before the bill passed, House Minority Speaker Hakeem Jeffries took the record for the longest floor speech in the chamber at 8 hours 44 minutes, decrying the merits of the bill.
How can you argue for 8 hours? He has broken the record. How can you argue for the person who had the record before he broke it? What is we reading novels and shit for 8 hours and something? Telling you how bad the bill is? What? He just ain't got no old lady or something. Boy.
8 hours, 44 minutes decrying the merits of the bill.
Not a single thing in Donald Trump's one big, ugly bill will meaningfully make life more affordable for everyday Americans.
Monroe County's Republican chairman is sounding off on the passage of the president's mega bill. In a statement, Patrick Riley says, quote, "The passage of the big, beautiful bill is great news for the American people."
Say he got a black mama.
And yet another example of promises made, promises kept. This July 4th just got a lot more special.
Just got a lot more special. Moving right along. Yeah, so Medicaid is finna be cut too, and people is upset. People's going through a little something, but we not gonna play that right there. We not gonna play that Medicaid right there. Nope. Medicaid needs to be cut. He said because Willie 7 hours was passing his words. 7 hours was pausing his words. Hell yeah. He'll probably say, and then when I saw the bill. He probably does some like that right now. Look. Listen. I know. I just told y'all all. Medicaid needs to be cut. See, a lot of wasteful spending. Did y'all know that the majority of people who have children, they don't pay for their children being born? That's the majority. The majority do not pay their hospital bill. I think that the majority of children, when they come into the world, they is automatically on Medicaid, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think if you give these people these medical bills and really have it affect their credit, they won't be producing all these churn. Like, see, you can put things on people's credit, but if it's really not affecting like their everyday, if it's not affecting their everyday, if it's not preventing them from doing shit, then they will continue to do what they're doing because this don't hurt me at all. I'm just saying. Until we hold people accountable, something that I've been saying for the long. Say, but Willie, most black women are entrepreneurs and they own their own businesses. Bam. You know they doing better than black males. All these entrepreneurs out here. They got the entrepreneur game on lock. Mitch, what you gonna do about it? Ladies, I want y'all to continue to pay attention because this is what I'm around here for. I'm always here to try to keep y'all on y'all toes because a lot of times y'all don't be on your toes and I don't know, damn it, you may be on your knees. I have no idea, but I'm gonna need for y'all to stay on your toes, keep your head on the swivel. You never know when it's gonna happen. You never know when this right here gonna happen. You say, Willie, feed them kids alligators. No! Don't feed them alligators. But we in Florida. But here we go, y'all. We got a situation. We have a masked man breaks into an apartment and sexually assaults a woman in Orlando.
Now to a developing story in Orange County. Orlando police are investigating a brutal attack they say happened while a woman was sleeping. The suspect is accused of raping a woman and then recording the entire thing.
West 2's Christina Watkins first.
How do you have a time to break into somebody's home and grape somebody while recording? Unless, like, you knock the person out, then then I get it. But other than that...
Broke this story today at noon, and Christina is live for us outside of the jail tonight, where that suspect is now being held. Christina?
That 26-year-old suspect stood before a judge for the first time less than 3 hours ago. It was his first appearance. He didn't really say much. He wasn't expected to, but he did tell a judge he does not need a public defender because he has his own attorney.
Okay.
Name, sir?
Standing before a judge for the first time on Thursday.
Wesley Hernandez Reels.
It only took 2 minutes for Wesley Hernandez-Rios to find out he won't be able to leave the Orange County Jail anytime soon.
State is asking that defendant be held no bond pursuant to 907.0415D.
All right.
This appearance comes a day after Orlando police say the 26-year-old broke into a woman's apartment on Amberley Court Wednesday morning while she was asleep. When he got into the apartment, police said the suspect went into the victim's bedroom, got on top of her, and used his body weight to keep her from running away. Officers said he also wore a mask, smothered her with a pillow, and recorded the rape on his cell phone.
That's the count 1, sexual battery.
Shout out to him for having a receipt. Go
with
ahead.
a deadly weapon or physical force will be no bond pending a pretrial detention hearing. Same for count 2 and for count 3.
The arrest report states the victim's roommate saw the suspect on video through their surveillance camera app and called 911. That helped police quickly track him down and make an arrest. Hernandez-Rios now faces a long list of charges, including attempted murder.
Sexual battery with a deadly weapon or physical force, burglary of a dwelling with a assault or battery and a firearm, attempted homicide, false imprisonment with a weapon, and resisting officer without violence.
And guys, I have a copy of that arrest report right here from Orlando police. It also states the victim told investigators she's known that suspect for 3 months, though it's unclear at this time what their connection is. Covering Orange County Live in Orlando, Christina Watkins.
They know each other. Ladies, listen, I know what y'all be thinking. He's harmless. He only 5'3". 5'1", 127 pounds. He's nothing. I can take him. You know what I'm saying? Got to be more careful. Say smell his fingers. Say he need to go to jail. He don't need no bond right now. He don't need no bond. He need to sit down and go and think about it. Why is y'all recording y'all crimes? Well, I guess you got to show somebody. Listen, I think I understand why people record. I understand why people record, because you just want to show somebody. You just want somebody to know. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just hit a lick for like $500,000, you got to tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, so they was dating. That's kind of like, listen, what if this was one of them BDSMs type situation right here? What if she had, what is that thing called? A fantasy to do that right there. He say, really, she had to have brought him to her apartment. That should never have happened. Right. You say, well, I just cooked for 6 hours. Say, I was a little tired. I feel you on that right there. Say, well, it is when the role playing goes wrong, and that's possibly what had done happen. That's possibly what had done happen, man. All right. So I want y'all to think about what was just said. He held her down with his body weight and put a pillow over her face while he's able to be erect. Y'all know when we be tussling, we can be erect. She was in bed, so she probably ain't got on no pants. But he could spread legs, keep legs open, while he record with his hand on the pillow. I want y'all to just imagine, not imagine being great, but just imagine I'm on you, I'm on top of you, so that means that you're on your back, and I'm on top of you. Hand on pillow face. I'm recording with one hand. I'm trying to balance, and then I'm trying to slide in, and then I got to be humping. I held you down with my weight. So she wasn't fighting? I don't get it. I don't get it. What? I don't understand. I really do not understand. He held you down with one arm on your face with the pillow while he balancing himself, graping. What? You say he came with equipment like a tripod. Nah, if you had a tripod, then hell. You know what I'm saying? You say he was just too rough this time. Got to be more careful. You say, I bet the last time he wasn't this rough, and this was a request to be rougher this time. This is all her fault. It don't make no damn sense. It just don't make no damn sense. But ladies, I just want to keep y'all. I'm just trying to keep your head on. Keep your head on straight. Pay attention. Put things in place while you're inside your apartments and stuff like that right there. Put your stuff in place. Stop being so damn naive and just being, well, I am not saying that she was naive. I'm just saying for the rest of you all who I do believe that y'all be naive out here in these streets. Y'all do not, y'all just, be failing just a lot. Just a lot. Hold on. Bam. We got a couple. Let's go on up here. Damn it, I think this could be in Kentucky or something. Oh no, I think that this is, I think this is Atlanta. I think this is Atlanta right here. Yeah. You say, Willie, she probably left the door unlocked for Buddy to come on in so he can come in. Uh-oh. For real though, man. It don't make no damn sense. I ain't slow. You just can't tell me anything. You just can't tell me anything. Notice they did not say that he beat her up. They did not say that he was giving her pound for pound and all that flat. Nothing. He just covered her face. We have a couple who is facing charges for not paying rent. We have a couple who have been evicted 10 times. Just want y'all to understand the type of people we got out here in these streets. Here we go.
Story tonight at 6, a couple in Baldwin County facing felony charges for simply not paying rent to the tune of $50,000 to $80,000 over the past 4 years.
WKRG News 5's Debbie Williams has been following this story and joins us live. And Debbie, investigators say the couple would get evicted from one place and then just move somewhere else.
Hell no.
Yeah, one of the deputies with the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office that handles the evictions in the county began to notice that he was evicting the same couple over and over again. Eventually, that landed Dwayne and Erica Daly in jail.
Dwayne
and Erica. A nice house on the Eastern Shore. It was one of the last places where Dwayne and Erica Daly lived, but would always come up with excuses why they couldn't pay rent.
Family emergencies, tragedies.
Here's how a doctor treats
toenail. Y'all gonna do me with the doctor and the toenail fungus. Not trying to hear that, but here it is.
And they would string emergencies, tragedies, things like that. And they would string it along a few months, never pay rent, and then they just were familiar that it takes a few months to get someone evicted. And our deputies would show up, evict them, they would move somewhere else.
Investigators say they were evicted 10 times in the last 4 years.
I wonder if they always had their clothes in bags. Was they always ready to move,
And would cover their tracks by falsifying their credit report.
They had actually reached out to some of the credit reporting bureaus and filed notice that, hey, you have us listed as defaulting on rent, but this isn't us, it's a mistaken identity. And they actually had those removed to where the new landlord would not see that on their history.
So you can do that? Hold on. Hell, they just put us up on game. Did they just put us up on game? Is y'all paying attention? This is how you just, no, this is not me.
Had those removed to where the new landlord would not see that on their history.
The Dalys are now charged with multiple counts of felony fraudulent leasing or renting.
What they did was a concerted effort to not pay rent and to just live basically rent-free and be able to move about without paying for housing.
4 years. So, but they had to initially pay first and last, didn't it? Well, I guess $2,000, maybe $3,000. They ain't bad, like, for every time you move, like, because you're not paying every month. So, I'm a little petty, a little $2,000, $3,000. They ain't nothing.
Now, investigators estimate that the property owners lost anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 apiece in loss of rent and damages they say the Dalys left behind. Live on the Baldwin County beat, Debbie Williams, WKRG News 5.
And then they damaging property. Now y'all need to be locked up now. Oh, y'all doing too much. It say, Willie, if you fight a credit dispute, the company has 30 days to respond. If they don't, it's wiped off your credit. You right by that. You were so right by that. Well, damn it, because they said that. Well, yeah. And this is what a whole bunch of you good people need to do. Y'all need to pull y'all credit report and just challenge some shit. I used to do that like back in the day when I cleaned my credit up. But they were just able to say, well, hell, yeah, because the person who put it on there, once they challenge it and or dispute it, they didn't respond. That makes sense. That make all the sense. Yeah, shit. I've been cleaning credit for so goddamn long. You absolutely right. I just thought there was something different. I have no idea why. That's why I got such good credit. Or I just got good credit because I'm in debt. Shout out to us with good credit. That's in debt. Think about it. You do not have good credit if you're not in debt. That is so crazy, ain't it? Ain't it? Mm-hmm. You just got to know how to use credit. Listen, do not be messing around with credit and you ain't nothing learned about credit. Leave that credit shit alone. I'm trying to tell you something. You don't want nobody garnishing your wages and shit like that. You really don't want that to happen. Y'all, let's move right along. Then we have and I do believe that this is an Army veteran or a veteran. I'm not sure, Army, Navy, Marines. We got a situation. We have an excessive force traffic stop. Excessive force traffic stop is what our sister finna go on and talk about. She claimed that she has been done wrong. She's really, really been done wrong out here. We also screaming in the green. But I had to put that thing one more again on premium. I had to put it on premium because I'm trying to get past these 5 hours. Now, after this show right here, I would have accomplished my goal, and then it sets me in like a different category or something like that right there over there. Inside the green, but it starts with an R. Yeah. I can't say it out loud because y'all know how they're going to be acting. But yeah, so it's on premium. So I'm seeing that it's not people over there, not a lot of people. Hell, two people over there. But I appreciate that right there. Got to get these things, situated out here so I can see if I can make me some more doggone money. But anyway, let's go on and get into this right here. We have a woman who is accused, or a woman accuses Woodstock. This is in the A. Woodstock officers for excessive force during a routine traffic stop. Here we go.
I'm up on 4:30. This is a story you will only see here on 11 Alive. One Atlanta woman, she says that Woodstock police used excessive force on her during what started as just a routine traffic stop.
All right, that is exactly what she says happened. She says it all went down as she was racing to the gas station while her partner was having a diabetic episode happening there in the car next to her. Our Chase Howell sat down with the two who believe if they hadn't been recording the interaction, things could have been much worse.
Wait, what's going on? Wait, hold on, wait, no, wait, what's going on? Babe, what's going on? Wait, no, babe.
This is cell phone video of a traffic stop that turned into a full-on tussle.
I was broken, and I hated that they was able to see that side of me because I was broken and I was crying.
I was broken and I was crying. I hated that they seen that side of me. Broken and crying. You is a girl. It's all right to be crying and broken. You're female. But she said it for a reason. Here we go.
They was able to see that side of me because I was broken and I was crying.
Sitting on the couch is Jasmine Taylor and her girlfriend Essence Thomas. Taylor,
I see why she said it now.
Admits she was speeding through Woodstock Sunday night when 3 police officers pulled her over.
Shout out to Baby Five on the real though, but she got the dreads. The one with the dreads is the male of the relationship. And she didn't want her little la-la to see her crying, so I do understand. Baby.
She says one of the officers, Kyle Potts, took her license and registration, while the female officer, Kayla Molly, came around with a flashlight.
So she walked around to the driver's side and she said, "Can you step out of the car?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "What's going on?" I said, "I've never been arrested." I said, "Why do I have to step out of the car?"
Then this happened.
What do you think? Wait, hold on.
Taylor says this is video of one of the male officers, who she identified as Justin David, reaching into her car, unlocking the door, and telling her to get out.
I said, why is he so aggressive? I said, I've never been arrested. I said, I'm a military veteran, have clean background. It's on my ID, you'll see that. It's on my license. All of that is on there. I said, so what's going on? I've never been arrested. I just want to have an understanding of, why am I having to step out of the car?
It was during that conversation with Officer Molly, Taylor says Officer David reapproached her and told her she was under arrest for reckless driving. And that's when you see Taylor in this video.
This is the morning gut reset.
Oh, the morning gut reset. Tell y'all to see these commercials too much. Here we go.
Take a couple steps back. And that's when you see Taylor in this video take a couple steps back. And David lunged for her, as he says.
When he pushed me to the ground, I ended up having so much dirt in my mouth, and I was screaming, telling him I could not breathe, and he was using his knee to push my head into the ground. And he ended up chipping my tooth at the front.
Taylor says she was then hauled off to jail. 15 hours later, she says she was released and all the charges have been dropped. And since then, she says Internal Affairs with the Woodstock Police Department has been in touch, and they, along with her lawyer, have a meeting on Wednesday. Reporting, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
Right now, the Woodstock Police Department says they are doing an internal investigation regarding Taylor's complaint. And in a statement from Woodstock Police Chief Robert Jones, he says, in part, we will do our best to provide information as it becomes available to be released while maintaining the integrity of the investigation through this process. He has also asked the GBI to review the case, and since then, the Bureau has conducted a consultation but does not have a use of force investigation open at this time. Chase will keep following the story.
He say the police sick of y'all. Listen, I hope that y'all were looking. Yeah, she's a military veteran. You say in Georgia, if a police officer directs you to exit your vehicle during a traffic stop, you are legally obligated to comply. Facts. That's what's up. Listen, it trips me out when you good people who ain't never, y'all say, cause I ain't never been arrested. I ain't never had, so why should I have to get out the car? Wait, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Listen, complying has nothing to do with your past. You ain't got nothing to do with your past. Your past don't matter right at this moment. It is the demands and or what is given to you at the time. Follow instructions.
With a flashlight.
So she walked around to the driver's side and she said, can you step out of the car? I said, huh? I said, what's going on? I said, I've never been arrested. I said, why do I have to step out of the car?
I've never been arrested. Huh? Can you please step out the car, man? Huh? Why? I ain't never been arrested. Why I got to step out the car? That's where y'all mess up at. Right there. We always got to find where it went south, and that's where it goes south at. You all be, and y'all be so intelligent. Y'all be so, like, educated and spiritual a lot of times. Stuff. Y'all got God behind you. But for some reason, y'all still think when y'all combat what an officer is saying, that is really going to go your way. I really don't understand the thought process. I don't give a damn what you say right now. The officer asks you to do something. You can't beat the officer right now. The officer has your life is in the officer's hands. And y'all, you people, especially you ladies, because you don't get held accountable a lot, and y'all be seeing other ladies be getting by with a whole bunch of things. Y'all keep falling short of glory. Say she was no vet.
Officer Kayla Molly came around with a flashlight.
So she walked around to the driver's side and she said, can you step out of the car? I said, huh? I said, what's going on? I said, I've never been arrested. I said, why do I have to step out of the car?
Then this happened.
What do you think? Wait, hold on.
Taylor says this is video of one of the male officers who she identified as Justin David reaching into her car.
Do y'all even understand why that officer would have reached into the car? This is after the other officer asked her to get out. The one who reached in the car ain't got time for that dumb shit. You was given a order. When you don't give an order, that other officer like, hey, get your ass out of this car.
I said, huh?
Watch
I said, what's going on? I said, I've never been arrested. I said, why do I have to step out of the car?
Then this happened.
What do you think? Wait,
She say, what do you think I'm doing? See, the other officer don't even want to hear all that shit.
Taylor says this is video of one of the male officers who she identified as Justin David reaching into her car, unlocking the door, and telling her to get out.
I said, why is he so aggressive? I said, I've never been arrested. I said, I'm a military veteran, have clean background. It's on my ID. You'll see that. It's on my license. All of that is on there. I said, so what's going on? I've never been arrested. I just want to have an understanding of, why am I having to step out of the car?
It was during that conversation with Officer Molly, Taylor says Officer David reapproached her and told her she was under arrest for reckless driving. And that's when you see Taylor in this video take a couple steps back, and David lunged for her, as he says,
I'm about to F you up. Do y'all understand? I think the officer thought that she was a he. I think the officer thought that was a boy. Shout out to G for being a member for 18 months and say, get your funky ass out the car so them cops can feel all over you and search you, roller rooter style sugar. Bam! They should have been able to feel on that baby. Listen, because she's still a girl. He's still a girl. And shout out to all my officers who be feeling on them when they be, you know what I'm saying, when y'all be putting them in cuffs and all that fly stuff right there. When y'all be tussling with them, baby. When y'all be tussling with them, baby.
A couple steps back, and David lunged for her, as he says,
When he pushed me to the ground, I ended up having so much dirt in my mouth, and I was screaming, telling him, and I could not breathe, and he was using his knee to push my head into the ground, and he ended up chipping my tooth.
Here's my problem. He ended up chipping your tooth. You said that you a military vet.
Ended up chipping my tooth.
I got a problem right here. I'm trying to show it to y'all. I got a problem. You're a military vet. What happened? You're a military vet. What happened? The reason I'm saying what's happening because I'm looking at a picture that lets me know that you're not taking care of your health. Y'all get the best goddamn benefits, the best medical, the best dental. I don't understand. Maybe y'all don't see what I see, but I pays attention. She's a vet. Don't know how long you been at. But it's one thing about being in the military. You would do your regulars, right? You would go on your regular appointments. And typically when y'all get out of the service, y'all still get your benefits. So y'all would tend to go and get to your appointments, your health appointments, your dental appointments. This is tartar. That's built up tartar. We're not taking care of our mouthpiece. And you have the insurance? Yeah, that's thick tartar on the bottom row. That's not food. That's tartar. I saw that when I was looking at this and I'm like, I don't understand. You say, no, Willie, only if they retire or get a medical discharge. Vets don't get any benefits? What? Veterans don't get any benefits? I thought that vets get benefits. Hold on. Do veterans get benefits? Yes, veterans are eligible for a wide range of benefits, including health care, disability compensation, education, home loans, and more. The specific benefits already depends on the factors of the length and the type of service, discharge status, and individual circumstances. Wow. Man. Disability compensation, pensions, home loan, education. Oh. Damn, I thought that they would at least get the dental. I thought they was at least getting the dental. Oh, yeah. You was in for 10. Yeah. Got to be more careful. She say that she a veteran. But, all right, let's just make a different argument. Because she still look young. She looked to be about 24 to 26. And if she was in the military and now she's out, let's say she's been out for a year, 2, 3, or 4, and it done built up like that right there, that's really poor hygiene. That's really poor hygiene, y'all. I'm sorry. That's really poor hygiene. For it to happen that fast, again, but I'm still making the assumption that she about 24, 26, so she probably did 2 years or 4 years in. Right?
My tooth.
But he chipped her tooth, which is going to be hard to prove. It's really, really hard to prove unless she took photos like a day or 2 before and it's ID'd inside the phone. Damn it, it got the date. It got your picture date, the date that you took the pictures inside your phone, and maybe you can prove that your tooth got chipped. But typically, if your tooth got chipped, your mouth should have been bleeding too. I'm saying just typically. I could be wrong. Just saying. But shout it, this is literally why it happened to you. Because y'all don't know how to follow instructions. Let me explain something to you. Even if you don't believe that they don't have probable cause and you shouldn't be getting out the car and all that fly shit right there, why don't y'all start paying attention to the officer and still ask your questions? Can you please step out the car? Man, but why I got to get out the car? What in the hell did I do, officer? I ain't even much do nothing. While getting out of the car. And then once you get out of the car, can you put your hands behind your back? God, dog, for what? I ain't even do nothing. Y'all see I just had to train y'all real quick. Put my hands behind my back for what? I ain't even do nothing, Mr. Officer. I teach you how not to get your tooth cut, tooth chipped. I teach you how to make it home unmolested. Yeah. For real though. I really would. Because y'all will continue to follow y'all own understanding, end up with chipped teeth and I can't breathe and shit. You know how y'all be out here. Yeah, it fell in my neck, I couldn't breathe. Yeah. Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash out. He say, lies. My military dude has to fight for his benefits. And there's a lot of people who is fighting for benefits out here in these streets. Lot of people fighting for benefits. Whoa. What is this? Uh-oh. I think somebody just gave me some at 17-year-old. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, yada. I'm seeing some. I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that right there. Okay, I'm gonna check that right there. I appreciate that right there. Shout out to D for the $6 cash app. I appreciate that right there. He said, Willie, you are right. I tell my sons, comply. Bring your ass home. We can fight them in on the back end for real though. Arguing with these people, man. Say, Willie, who lies more than lawyers? Women. Now listen, Halalala has diabetes because she was having a diabetic episode. And that's why she admits, I was speeding. Y'all, I don't know if y'all caught that. She was speeding. Why I gotta get out of the car, officer? You had admitted earlier that you were speeding. I don't understand, y'all. They tell on themselves and then they feel like they shouldn't be held accountable.
Recording the interaction, things could have been much worse.
Wait, what's going on? Wait, hold on, wait, no, wait, what's going on? Wait, what's going on? Wait, no,
This is cell phone video of a traffic stop that turned into a full-on tussle.
I was broken and I hated that they was able to see that side of me because I was broken and I was crying.
Sitting on the couch is Jasmine.
She didn't want to show that she's a female. Hell, she didn't want to show that she's a human being, for one. She didn't want to show. She want to play this little tough role. And to me, it looked like she was a cute tomboy.
Into a full-on tussle.
I was broken and I hated that they was able to see that side of me because I was broken and I was crying.
Sitting on the couch.
She looked like she was like a cute little tomboy. Like she mean on that basketball court or something. You know what I'm saying? But now she like girls and she want to be masculine, but she still sound feminine. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard she may portray herself, if she do portray herself as being hard, then it don't matter because she's coming off feminine now. But then again, y'all do be coming off feminine when something has happened to you. Like I'm a girl, you know what I'm saying? When somebody punch you and shit, I'm a whole female, you know what I'm saying? And then stuff like that right there be happening. So when the man had done handled her, now he did me dirty.
Which is Jasmine Taylor and her girlfriend, Essence Thomas. Taylor admits she was speeding through Woodstock Sunday night when 3 police officers pulled her over.
She was speeding. Remember that? That gives probable cause.
She says one of the officers, Kyle Potts, took her license and registration, while the female officer, Kayla Molly, came around with a flashlight.
So she walked around to the driver's side and she said, "Can you step out of the car?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "What's going on?" I said, "I've never been arrested." I said, "Why do I have to step out of the car?"
Do y'all even understand the logic?
I said, "What's going on?" I said, "I've never been arrested." I said, "Why do I have to step out of the car?"
What's going on? I never been arrested. Why do I have to step outside of the car? That makes no sense. I've never been arrested. Why do I have to step out of the car? There's a whole bunch of people who was in prison who had never been arrested until that day that they did what they had done did to get arrested. But I don't think that they made that argument. I ain't never been arrested. You have been wanted for 37 murders, but I ain't never been arrested, dog. What you mean get out the car? We looking for you. What? I ain't got no background. That shit don't matter, dog. We looking for you for the new shit. You know what I'm saying? A background meaning that's in your past. You've never been arrested means your past is what you talking about. What's going on today is your future. It's new and you about to get arrested.
Then this happened.
What do you think? Wait, hold on.
Taylor says this is video of one of the
I cannot wait until they release the body cam. I can't wait till they release the body cam. A matter of fact, let me see if because this just happened yesterday. I don't know. Let me try something real quick. Let me put it in the title thing. A woman refused. Is there any type of update? This was 10 hours ago. Hold up. A woman refused, yada, yada, yada. And the same thing, a Woodstock police officer for excessive force. Oh, he got fired? You lying to me. Wait a minute. Put it up on the screen, pimp.
Great content needs a great
content means great opportunity for. Hold on. Oh, they done fired pimping. Wait a minute.
This Friday at Woodstock 38, some other news we are following this Friday. A Woodstock police officer has now been fired following a traffic stop. 11 Alive Stefanich Haynock is joining us live from GBI headquarters this morning. And we know this driver, Stefanich, we understand the driver says her tooth was chipped. And there's also proof of what happened on camera. What are you learning this morning?
I've been waiting for the camera, so that means that the department says he was wrong. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Jonathan, that's right. There is video of this arrest, both from the police officer's body cam footage, but also from cell phone video recorded of this incident when the victim, Jasmine Taylor, says that the officer put his knee on her neck and forcing her face into the ground. She said she even had dirt in her mouth, and then her tooth was chipped. Well, this morning, that officer, pictured right here, you're about to see on your screen, Justin Davis, fired from the Woodstock Police Department following an internal investigation that found he violated the department's use of force policy. Davis had been with the department only since 2022. The arrest happened just before 10 p.m. on June 29th. Taylor admitting to our cameras that she was speeding when 3 officers pulled her over. She says that's when a female officer first took her license and registration, but then asked Taylor to step out of her car. Taylor says she didn't know why she was being asked to step out, and that's when she says Officer Davis reached in her car, unlocked the doors, things got very physical, and she says she was thrown to the ground.
Hold on. Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash out. They say Texas officers will escort emergencies. Oh.
I was screaming, telling him when I could not breathe, and he was using his knee to push my head into the ground, and he ended up chipping my tooth.
Even though the officer, Davis, has been terminated from Woodstock Police Department, Taylor says that next Wednesday she will be meeting with Woodstock Police Department along with her lawyer,
What's
Jonathan.
going to get paid? Listen. He must have a background. I promise you he must have a back. They fired him too fast. Normally, they have to go through their union, right? If I'm not mistaken, the union reps and all that fly shit right there. This just happened yesterday. What happened to, this is under investigation.
So, Stefanich, the driver in this case, we just saw her, Jasmine Taylor. Apparently, we're hearing she made a post about this on Facebook. What was that about?
Yeah, so according to her Facebook, Jasmine Taylor discussed what she said happened to her. In that post, she said she was taken out of the car, and when she asked why, she says Officer Davis told her they didn't have to tell her why. And then she says that's when she was slammed to the ground, Jonathan.
All right. Stefanich Haynock live from GBI headquarters this morning. Thanks so much.
He must have a background. You say, Willie, he was part of the Scorpion crew. No, they left him out there. They left him in Atlanta. They should have took his ass to, Memphis or Philly, where they had to transport himself to. That's what's up. Say Internal Affairs is sick of him. Listen, this kid, I guarantee he has more in his jacket. I guarantee he is a problem. Hold on. Let's see. I got a few. I got some really quick. I got a few. Wait, no. Over a standard traffic stop. You say it's a good thing that most states are requiring officers to wear body cameras, especially in cases like these. You say she should have just stepped out the vehicle. Just trying to tell y'all. You say yarn. I have no idea what that right there mean, but and they fired him quick. Or maybe they're just not playing. Maybe him and other officers have cost them too much money in lawsuits. I have no idea. But I had read the comments on I thought I looked over the comments off of the first video. Let me see if I had
in Atlanta.
No. Because somebody was talking about Buddy or something, but I can't find it. Anyway, moving right along. You say, Willie, Houston, Carson City. Too much damn money already? Carson City? Sound like Los Angeles. That's Nevada. Carson City, right? They did the movie out there with Nicolas Cage. Yeah. They did the movie. Let me go ahead and get that out the screen. I think I got all of them out the way. Because I really do want to, I think I'm going to run with this one last. I think we're going to do this right here last and get y'all on up out of here because it is a holiday and y'all need to be outside. What the hell wrong with my thing? Hold on. Something ain't right. I'm missing some stuff. Uh-oh. I got an issue. I gotta remove some stuff. Got to remove some stuff. Filter some stuff out. That's not right. If I hit that. Also, my stuff ain't working. Let me go and cut it all on. Bam. You say videos everywhere. Bam. Hold on. So we did Trump. Let me get that out the way. I don't want to talk about her. She's not important right now. Bam. Did I talk about Buddy? Did I talk about the police officer with the 16-year-old? I ain't talk about the police with the 16-year-old. Okay. I knew it was something I had and I forgot. Let me grab this. Do that. Why is my stuff all full and shit? No. I'm aggravated now. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this right here. Let me take y'all to Baltimore. Out here in the Baltimore, Baltimore. A Baltimore police officer held without bond. They held without bail. On charges of graping a 16-year-old girl. Police officer grapes 16-year-old girl. He said, "Thank you, Willie, for the holiday show." He said, "It gives me a break from moving from Charlotte to Zebulon. Here we go.
A Baltimore City police officer accused of raping a teenage girl will remain behind bars. This afternoon, a judge denying Curlin Edwards' request for bail as he faces several felony charges. Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor was in the courtroom, joins us live with the very latest on this case. Rebecca.
Mary, today we learned that Edwards has been with the police department for about 2.5 years, and he has no prior criminal history. However, he has now been suspended without pay and is...
See, he don't have a prior criminal history, but now he has a criminal history.
Facing up to a life behind bars.
Woo, face up life.
A Baltimore police officer entrusted with protecting and serving city streets, now finding himself on the other side of the law. 34-year-old Curlin Edwards, charged with raping, assaulting, and unlawfully detaining a 16-year-old girl.
And mind y'all, in the great state of Baltimore, is Baltimore a state? Maryland. Maryland is a state. The age of consent is 16. Go ahead.
According to charging documents, Edwards admitting to dating the teen and engaging in sexual relations. The girl telling police a confrontation ensued after Edwards accused her of cheating. She says he put her in a chokehold and strangled her until she lost consciousness.
That sounds like some regular shit, don't it?
He turned his TV up to mask her screams, then locked the doors and didn't allow her to leave. Charging documents state. Detectives also say Edwards admitted to grabbing his unloaded duty weapon and giving it to the alleged victim as a test. He says he told her to shoot him because he deserved it.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
During his bail review, a public defender requesting his release, arguing Edwards' profession makes him a target behind bars, but the judge disagreeing, denying bond due to the seriousness of the charges.
It does not matter to me that this person is a police officer. We're talking about a 16-year-old girl.
At an unrelated press conference, Mayor...
Don't do that. We talking about a 16-year-old girl. In y'all state, she grown. She can hunch whoever she want to hunch, right? Now she a girl. Now she's 16 years old. Look, bitch can become a mama, can't it? Huh? She can do what she want to do, and what she'll tell you. You can't tell me what to do, right? By law, right?
Brandon Scott commending the justice system for treating Edwards like they would anyone accused of a crime.
So then why don't we treat these girls like there's any other woman? Aha.
Time anybody is accused with sexual assault and rape of anyone, especially of mine, it's hideous. But when it's someone whose job is to do that exactly, to remove them people from the streets himself, it makes it even worse. And this is just unacceptable, and we should have the most stringent penalty possible and placed upon this person if we're able to get a conviction.
We should.
In about 4 weeks, Edwards will be due back in court for a preliminary hearing. Reporting live in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45.
Got to be more careful. It's a shame. It's a shame. Buddy done choked the baby out. He done cut the thing up. Oh, this is a problem. He choked, which is just a little foreplay. But here, question: did she cheat though? He just 34, ain't he? He was 34 with a 16-year-old. That's all right. He like him young. He like him to be fertile. He had to get at him for the rest of them players get at that baby because it's legal. It's legal up there in that state. For real. Grape, assault, and unlawfully detained. But hell, he gave her the gun. I wondered did she get out then. It was something else, damn it, that they put up on the screen. I was flabbergasted. I don't know. Did briefly lose conscience. She lost conscience. Oh, He turned the TV up to mask her screams.
Then locked the doors and didn't
Locked the door so she couldn't leave.
allow her to leave. Charging documents state. Detectives also say Edwards admitted to grabbing his unloaded duty weapon.
Unloaded duty weapon. Unloaded.
And giving it to the alleged victim as a test. He says he told her to shoot him.
He's real smart. Don't you give no baby no loaded gun. Don't you do it. And do y'all know that she could have killed him and then played the I'm 16 though. She could play that game and possibly get off. I'm 16 though, and he held me against my will.
Because he deserved it. During his bail review, a public defender requesting his...
Shoot me, I deserve it. Will y'all be in these little relationships, y'all truly, truly be loving one another out here in these streets. And I just want to say, and keep up the good work. Did y'all know the thing is, we can't be focused on age because she wasn't focused on age. She was just fine with the relationship that she decided to be in. We can't do the little age thing. Oh my God, and he did this to a 16-year. No, she was a female in a relationship that she signed up for. The age don't mean shit. Because it's legal. It's legal, so it don't matter. Damn it, whether she was 16 or 98. She legal. But the mayor didn't want to play on, because she was 16. She could smash adults according to y'all's law. So stop it. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much of you. You say, why was she at his apartment in the first place? Because they was in a whole relationship. They was in a relationship. They was going together. They were literally going together. That's what they had to say. They was in a whole
With the
relationship.
police department for about 2.5 years, and he has no prior criminal history. However, he has now been suspended without pay and is facing up to a life behind bars. 2.5
life behind, well, all because she said that he raped her. Unless he admitted to it, then all right, go ahead.
Years, and he has no prior criminal history. However, he has now been suspended without pay and is facing up to a life behind bars.
Life behind bars. Jesus. Whoo. I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let me see what else we're looking at. It's 27 past the hour. 27 past the hour. Do y'all believe that crime is down? Crime is down. I don't even want to talk about that right there. And that was in Chicago. I have a story in Chicago where they went around and asked the people, do y'all think that crime is down? Just had a whole mass shooting yesterday or the day before. Is crime down though? That's what's up. Great question. Let me get this off my screen. Let me see what else. Let me get that out the way. We just did shout it. I don't want to do that. I did the mask man. The mass burglarer. I just did that. The Texas board. No, I don't want to do that because that's too long. The big bill, we got that out the way. Mary Moses, we ain't doing that right there. I need some more thumbs ups. I need some more shares. Thumbs up and shares. I'm finna go ahead and get y'all on up out of here in a good little minute. I gotta go clean up something. Got to clean up some. What hell? I'll let y'all listen to it. I'll let y'all listen to this.
Intercept violent crime. We want to be right now. We are still working.
Oh, Memphis. I thought that this was Chicago.
You don't need to stress out about car insurance.
You're talking about Memphis.
6%.
Go ahead, look.
6%.
We're not.
Damn it. Right here. Overall crime is down 20%. Shooting incidents is down 28%. Murders is down 15%. More vehicle thefts is down 36%. Burglary down 21%. Robbery down 18%. Larceny down 16%. Aggravated assault down 14%. Sexual assault is down 18%.
Including murder down 15% and motor vehicle theft down by 36%.
We're not where we want to be right now. We are still working on how do we intercept violent crime.
WREG Shay Arthur has been speaking with people in the city about these new stats. And Shay, what are they telling you?
They saying.
April, Alex, a whole lot of opinions on this one, and those I talked to today, they really had a mixed reaction to that news, but everyone I talked to said we all have to work together to beat these issues we're facing.
Let's see if they keep it 100.
Everyone is tired of seeing the crime scene tape, hearing from families hurting, or property being stolen. Memphis police share with us the pushes to get crime down in the city, like Operation Rolling Thunder, sharing these pictures of arrests recently made. The department saying it's seeing major results and reduction in crime.
That's what's up. Shout out to Simone for the $5 cash app. Say, did they say he's accused? He accused her of cheating. Yes. Yes, he did. His 16-year-old baby.
This week, the police chief said overall, crime is down 20%. We took the findings out to the people in the city. What do you think about that?
I really don't think crime is down. Been a victim of crime.
Gwendolyn Wright lives in the airport area.
Oh, our car was stolen out of our yard in the evening time. Took it for a ride for a solid week. Come back all dented up. They some terrible little boys out here.
Do y'all notice that she's doing the interview? She's talking to the microphone instead of talking to the person in front of her. Did y'all pick up on that right there? She's talking to the microphone. She keep looking down at that mic. Watch it.
Is down. Been a victim of crime.
Gwendolyn Wright lives in the airport area.
Oh, our car was stolen out of our yard in the evening time. Took it for a ride for a solid week. Come back all dented up. They some terrible little boys out here.
When did this happen?
Oh, this happened in February.
She's frustrated.
February? We're in the 4th of July month.
By what she says happens in her neighborhood.
It's like shootings every night. They drive by in front of our house, literally just shoot a gun up out of the car just because they got a gun. These guns is out of control and these kids are out of control.
Calling on parent involvement.
Definitely need to be involved with it.
In Fraser, there's a different feeling on MPD's release of its data.
Well, I think it's pretty much down some. I haven't heard a lot, that's been going on lately.
Is that reassuring?
Yeah, it could be down a little more, though. But
we also visited Whitehaven, where Tabitha Beckley has her opinions on the stats, too.
I live in an older community in the Ellison Heights area.
Tabitha.
And it's relatively safe in my area, honestly. Like if I hear something, gunshots is rare, it's in the distance. Maybe it depends on the neighborhood, the atmosphere overall, but maybe it's really down. Let's say it's down, okay? Let's go for it. 4th of July weekend, let's go for it. Let's keep it down. 20% more this weekend. How about that?
I like her. She's on the positive. Say she lying, baby out here gossiping, she's snitching. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love Miss Beckley's attitude right there.
Attitude.
April Alex, MPD's police chief, really telling us tonight they're working with their federal partners when it comes to convictions and arrests, getting those federal charges when it comes to gun crimes. For your news leader, we're live downtown tonight. Shay Arthur, WREG.
Shout out to Shay. That's what's up, man. There are some people in certain communities who is like, they still out here shooting every goddamn night. You know, they damn fools. You know, they being raised by Patricia them. They still out here. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Whatever you're thinking. Let me get that off my screen. Man, listen, man. Y'all give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the nightly news around here on this wonderful holiday. I'm going to let y'all go. Let y'all go ahead and get on up out there. I hope that y'all done ate your little ribs and all that fly shit right there. It's time for y'all to shoot fireworks, to shoot up in the air, and do what y'all need to do. But I done told y'all, don't shoot up in the air, because I would never shoot guns in the air. Bullets have to come down to the ground. We have to be careful. Watch out for your neighbors. Watch out for your neighbors. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't do it. It's wrong. That's what's up, man. Listen, player, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la, and or your life is your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. And thank y'all for being around there on over there. Thank y'all for being on over there. Thank you. I really do. Round there in the green. Thank you. Say Willie pretending to care about them neighbors. That's what's up, man. Thank y'all. I don't know if I will do anything tomorrow because I got a lot of work to do. It depends on what's going on. But you never know. Come check on your peoples. I appreciate y'all for rocking. Y'all have a good one. Y'all stay safe. STD Friday. Y'all go ahead on to get on in. Do not be afraid to do exactly what you want to do. Don't follow nobody else, other people's morals. I don't know if I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I have no idea. Listen, I'm finna go out on the bounce. Y'all